This episode is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got it all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, fill your card up with all their amazing comics. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save you 10% at checkout. Not only on their website, but also at their eBay account. And the link to eBay can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. Again, CarterComics.com is your one-stop shop for all comic needs.
It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
Alright guys, it's that time we have step in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Freakin Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travesty.
I'm Dizzle J.
Guys, we are all in as we are about to talk about AEW's upcoming pay-per-view tomorrow here on JFW. And then obviously I want to cover a lot of some of the other things that are happening in the wrestling business. But first off, Jay, how the freak are you, brother?
Freaking doing good.
Freaking doing great. I'm glad to hear that, man.
How freaking are you?
Dude, I'm excited because I get to sit here, I get to talk wrestling with you. A lot of cool things are happening as far as not only JFW, but Freaknet Studios in general. I mean, you saw the messages and the conversations that Carter Comics is now sponsoring all the podcasts here on Freaknet Studios, with the exception of Jedi Talk, but that's a completely different thing that's, we'll take care of down the line. But between Fourth Mother Box, between the Power Hour, between the Lovely Intoxicated Podcast, the addition, promotions of Carter Comics through them, I'm very optimistic and excited about. And it's finally something where, like, when people are like, man, it's like what's the point of being part of Freaknet Studios? It's stuff like this.
Right.
And I'm really excited for it. So I wish a lot of success to those guys and their promotion of their discount codes. And hopefully they can start making money like we do here over on JFW and the Freakin Show and shit like that. Carter Comics is fucking fantastic, and I love Dr. Doug to give the opportunities to all of us here. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for them to do all that. I know it's not wrestling related, but I didn't get a chance to talk about that on this Freakin Show, but I am glad that we get to talk about it here. Not only that, I don't want to toot your home. I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I don't want to believe something before it truly happens, but there may be a tiny glimpse of a possibility that we could see Dally back here on JFW.
Oh, no shit.
I had a conversation with her a couple nights ago because we were talking about SCW and getting the card promotions ready and all that sort of stuff, and talking about the debuts that are happening on High Voltage at the Majestic tonight as we're recording. And then we started talking a little bit about JFW, and I was telling her about how, we kind of talk about her boyfriend over on the indie show because she is currently in a relationship with heel manager Hedford over at Power Entertainment. And, we're talking about a little about JFW and about how, I never really shut the door on any of the co-hosts and everything. And because of that, obviously you're back here. We're doing this,
right,
on, pay-per-view weekends and shit like that. Maybe if everything works out more regularly. But for now, I think what we're doing is fantastic, crushing it. And it doesn't clutter up your availability and shit, because obviously you live a very fucking busy life, and it doesn't burn us out. So,
right.
And I was talking to her about it, and I told her, listen, the door's never really truly closed on you. You always did a fantastic job when you were here, and she never believes us. She never really put stock in the shit that she did, and I 100% disagree every time, because she helped me keep the show running when you had to take your sabbatical and when doors couldn't be around and everything, and Nubby and Pacman did the same thing when Dally had to ultimately step away and everything. But she did contribute in the sense that she was able to interact with us and respond to what we're doing and keep a conversation going, which is really important when it comes to a podcast, because let's face it, we all can't have travesties, sometimes, but you need those people to kind of I need my, God, who's that? Andy Richter? Is that who Conan had or whatever?
Yeah.
So we all need, so you guys are my Richters, you keep the conversations going, the interactions going, and that's what's important. We all know who the fucking star is. I've accepted my position here, and we can move on from that. But I did leave the door open for Dahlia, and she didn't say no. So I don't know if maybe she'll pop on like a pay-per-view or PLE recording with us one day. Maybe not, but we'll see. To quote the Republican nominee, maybe she will. Yes, no, I don't know, maybe. I can't do a Trump, but it doesn't matter. But it's exciting. Like I said, outside that stuff, outside this freaking show stuff, I'm really excited for what's happening here over at Freakin Studios as a whole. And of course, I get to sit here and talk wrestling with you, which we don't get to do that often, but we do just enough to where it's still entertaining to me.
Right.
So
I always enjoyed recording with Dally. I liked having the women perspective on the wrestling.
Exactly. Yeah.
And nice to have different perspectives.
Yeah, and that's where depending on everyone has their strength. It's like whether Dally had her strength when it came to fucking talking about the women's side and the women's perspective of wrestling. No, Doris had that history buff of the indie division. Pacman has what's going on currently in independent wrestling. Nubby, independent wrestling, everything. And of course, you can help talk with me about the televised wrestling and shit. That's why we have the two different shows, and that's why we make everything work. And obviously, me, I'm great at fucking everything, so I'm able to be on both shows without a fucking hitch because I'm fucking amazing. We know this.
Humble too.
Well, yeah. I mean, the only non-travesty on this show is the true travesty. So it's it's I don't know what the fucking word is because Joe's not here, but it's that. So do you want to dive into AEW All In, or do you want to talk about a couple wrestling articles I came across first? What do you want to do?
Let's do the articles first and keep the main event.
Okay.
Say.
Let's see here. So let's do this. So on CBS Sports, WWE SmackDown results, recaps, grades. Kevin Owens gives Cody Rhodes a scare ahead of Bash in Berlin. Owens outshines a hesitant Rhodes. SmackDown opened up with the Grayson Waller show, a special guest Rhodes. Waller tried to drive a wedge between Rhodes and Kevin ahead of their undisputed WWE title. We didn't get a chance, just so everyone knows, me and Jay didn't get a chance to watch SmackDown, just because Jay worked and I live in a fucking made-up world sometimes. Waller hilariously put together a video package detailing the many, many times Owens has turned on his friends. Rhodes retorted by reminding Theory how Waller repeatedly sacrificed his partner to save his skin. That's actually kind of exciting because it kind of reminds me of the time that I don't remember who did it, but I think it was maybe CM Punk. Somebody put together a collaboration video. Oh no, maybe it was Kurt Angle. Put together a collaboration video of how many times Shawn Michaels betrayed his friends.
Yeah.
When he did it to Marty Jannetty, Kevin Nash. I think Triple H, when he did those betrayals. So that's cool. I always like when they do a throwback. And I think a lot of it has to do with Paul Levesque being in control. They do a lot of throwback to the Attitude Era. Owens and SmackDown General Nick Aldis joins the conversation, leading to a tag team main event. A brawl broke out between the two teams, with Waller shoving Owens into Rhodes, sparking a brief moment of miscommunication between the two friends. Rhodes and Owens defeated A-Town Down Under via pinfall after Owens hit Waller with a pop-up powerbomb. Rhodes performed well, but Owens sealed the deal for his team. Owens ran through A-Town Down after a hot tag, hitting Waller with a swanton bomb before putting him away with the powerbomb, which I'm glad he's bringing the pop-up powerbomb back over the stunner. I think that's really cool.
I always like that anyway.
Yeah. LA Knight retained his United States Championship against Santos Escobar via pinfall. Knight announced he defended his title in an open challenge at Bash of Berlin. We'll probably talk about that next weekend. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi defeated the unholy union of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, along with Blair Davenport via pinfall. WWE Tag Team Championships, the Bloodline defeated the Street Profits via pinfall after Tonga hit a sliding reverse STO on Dawkins. Nia Jax and Chelsea Green running to the backs in a backstage segment. So awesome. So SmackDown, maybe not as impactful, but still impactful. I don't think any Roman Reigns stuff happened, or else that probably would be mentioned.
It's been a little disappointing lately that SmackDown's been not as good as it has been before. I think Raw's really been the top show the past few weeks.
Well, I think Raw's really been stepping up over SmackDown just because of the Wyatt Six thing. I think SmackDown's coming back along with Roman Reigns coming back, but there's definitely been a shift from blue to red,
Right.
So we'll probably see that in November as well. But anyways, I joke because it's there. Calm down, you fucking social media justice warriors. But Raw's been killing it, and I know coming over the next few months, everyone's moving to other places. NXT's moving to the CW, SmackDown's moving to USA, Raw's moving to Netflix, and so there's definitely a shift in what they're doing, and I think they're preparing for that stuff. I don't know when SmackDown's moving. I know NXT's moving at the beginning of October. Raw's obviously not moving until January. But it's going to be interesting to see how different Raw and SmackDown truly are when Raw becomes rated R and SmackDown's still obviously PG-13.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see because they got to move people. Like, people are going to be shifted around and moved and stuff. It's obvious. And I think they're going to focus more on the crowd-friendly people over on SmackDown as more of the edgier people are going to be over on Raw. So it's going to be interesting to see. But I do agree with you. SmackDown isn't as popular as it was before WrestleMania, but I don't think it's lagging. I don't think it's falling apart or at the end of its rope.
Right.
3 AEW stars who could join WWE under Triple H's and 2 who likely won't. So who could jump over? Let's see here. Could leave Ricky Starks, which I think has been a big one. I think that's been, and I think it has a lot to do with him being friends with Cody. Yeah, I know it's been a huge topic of discussion. I know an article came out recently saying Starks is still contracted to AEW, which is probably why it hasn't happened yet. Wardlow has also been mentioned as a possibility. And keep in mind, if these guys do move over, they're moving over to NXT. I don't see anyone coming over and going straight to the main roster like Cody did, or CM Punk making his return, or even AJ Styles did in 2016. I think these guys are more NXT bound than WWE bound. Because here, Soraya Page. Soraya's time in AEW has been a mixed bag in terms of booking. While the Anti-Diva won the AEW Women's Championship in her homeland on London at last year's iteration of All In, it seems she may not appear on this year's version of the pay-per-view after failing to win the 2024 Owen Hart Cup earlier this year and losing to Toni Storm for the world title this week at Dynamite's UK television debut in Cardiff, Wales. Regular viewers of AEW have been vocal regarding Soraya's creative handling over the past year. Pertinently, a recent report revealed that the English star's contract with the promotion is due to expire in some time, with both sides supposedly in the middle of negotiations. If Tony Khan offers a subsequent plan, said it! Got it right there! It's that LY that fucking throws it off. Proves inadequate for the former Divas champion. The latter could very well return to her old stomping grounds in WWE to work with its thriving women's locker room after her All Elite Wrestling deal runs out. Okay, real quick. So for those who may come back, give me your opinion, and I'll respond on why you're wrong. Wardlow going to WWE. Positive, negative, why not?
He's definitely a positive, I think. He's a big guy that can move. He's almost a Brian Cage-ish. So under WWE, I think he can become something bigger than definitely what he'd become in AEW. He's forgotten about in AEW. He's had really good storylines and then pushed to the side.
I disagree.
Of course you do.
I don't think it's a positive. I think he comes over and he's no different than like a Mason Ryan, if you remember who that is.
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I think he comes back. He could be like a good muscle or a heater, if you will, for certain people. His personality doesn't pop to me as somebody who would, be like in a title picture. But he's also, I think he's still kind of young, so I mean, he could adapt to it, but my belief is if he does come over, he goes into NXT, gets lost in the shuffle, maybe gets let go, but takes the experience to the independents, makes a name for himself, and then maybe return. But I don't know.
I think NXT would be a good spot for him. Like I said, he had some good runs against MJF and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
again, gets pushed to the back like AEW does. But
Yeah. Well, because even with them having 3 shows, they're still oversaturated with people, and they focus too much on one person. So, Ricky Starks, positive, negative, why or why not?
I think it'd be a positive. He's decent. He's young. Again, NXT would be the best spot for him. Maybe could set up for a future faction with Cody. Him, Ethan Page, Ricky Stark, Spears.
I agree with you on this. I think Ricky Stark, if he comes over, I think he could dive right into a feud with Ethan Page. And they could play it off as like, Ethan left AEW, came over here, became champion instantly. And Ricky Starks wants a little taste of that too. But it's like, you got to determine who's the heel, who's the face if they go into a feud like that. Ricky has a great, he has a great look. He has a great character going for him and stuff. I think he could definitely thrive in NXT. Moving to the main roster, it's a possibility. But it would have to be some kind of working relationship with like Cody and stuff. Or to really get over in NXT. And then obviously Saraya. Yes, no, why or why not?
No.
Yeah.
I'm just, I don't know. The work she's done in AEW sucked. Who knows if WWE would even let her wrestle because she was cleared, but they still wouldn't let her wrestle because of the injuries.
Yeah.
And they don't need her.
That's my biggest problem is they do not need her. They have enough talent in NXT that's ready to move up. For her to come back, it could be a novelty thing. You could give her a Legends contract if you want. But no, as much as I love Paige, it's one of my favorite characters. That gimmick, I enjoyed those types of gimmicks. But no, I just
she would probably be good as a trainer.
Yes, yeah, she could probably lead a group. Maybe in NXT if she was to come back, put her back in NXT. But to put her on the main roster, you're just gonna lose her in the fucking shuffle. It's just, I just don't think they need her. And I think that if they do bring her back and she gets put back into like the spot that she had before she got injured and all that shit, I think it takes away from people like Tiffany Stratton or Lyra Valkyria, people like that who came up. Blair Davenport and stuff, focus on those people. If they were to bring back any fucking woman into WWE or even NXT, I'd rather them bring back Mandy Rose because I think her release was unjustified.
I definitely think her, yeah.
I think the fact that what she did and got fired over it compared to the fact that Seth Rollins did the same thing and Logan Paul did the same thing, yeah, it's stupid.
I mean, they didn't fire Paige or Xavier Woods.
That's true. Yeah, and I the only justification I could give for it is Mandy Rose profited off of her photos where everyone else's shit was just kind of out there in the open. That's the only justification. So, but beyond that, it's like Mandy Rose I would love to have brought back and have her Toxic Attraction group back together. I think they would have been fucking fantastic to move up into WWE.
I think that the next big female that comes in has to be Jordynne Grace.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's a given. Likely to stay in AEW, Swerve Strickland. I agree. I think he thrived more in AEW than he did over in NXT or WWE. And if he does come back over here, he's just going to get lost in the shuffle. Your opinion?
Same. Yeah, he's done great work over there at AEW. He doesn't need to move. He's at the top of the card.
Yeah. And the other one on here will be Daniel Garcia. I don't know who the fuck that is, so I don't care. Your opinion?
I believe he's a younger guy. I can't recall many matches, but there's been a lot of talk about him, so I'm not gonna say either way.
Let's see. So it's Speculations regarding the future of Daniel Garcia have snowballed since he was brutalized and power-driven by MJF on Dynamite earlier this year. While recent reports suggest that the former Ring of Honor Pure Champion has been weighing his options between AEW and WWE, it should be noted that Garcia has been alluded to on All Elite Wrestling programming frequently en route to All In 2024. MJF is posed to defend his American Championship against Will Ospreay at Wembley this Sunday, but reports indicate that Daniel Garcia has still not re-signed with All Elite Wrestling as of earlier this month. Certain sources in the company reportedly optimistic that the Red Death will stay in AEW. Should he decide to continue his career in AEW, Garcia could make a massive comeback by confronting Friedman at All In 2024 to spark off a star-making rivalry. Yeah, I don't care. I don't know. I nothing against the guy, just don't care. I know nothing about him. Big deal. Okay, so let's see here. Rumor roundup from MSN.com. WrestleMania plans, AEW title change, Alexa Bliss return, All In, and more. Let's see here. WRKD Wrestling indicates that WWE is currently planning to book CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 41. I think that's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah, that's got to be it. I mean, they didn't get to it last year.
Well, yeah, and then he was on that, I don't know, it was like MMA Hour or whatever the fuck that show was. He said that the original plan was Rollins and Punk at WrestleMania, and then obviously the injury happened. The Rock versus Cody Rhodes is more likely to happen at WrestleMania 41, with The Rock Roman taking place at WrestleMania 42. Sound right?
I mean, that makes more sense. Because you're going to have to... Rock and Cody, the story's there.
Yeah.
It's already there. Boom. But the build up to Rock and Roman, you're going to have to rebuild that.
Yeah. Rock's got to be back by Survivor Series, right? There's no way they don't do a Bloodline War Games. Like, there's absolutely no way.
It has to be.
Right?
Or an elimination match, because Triple H, they've been talking about Triple H bringing back the elimination style Survivor Series.
Yeah, but it's already promoted as Survivor Series War Games. So next year, hopefully. But this year, I think they're definitely doing War Games, and it definitely has to be Bloodline versus Roman and fucking whoever. And I look forward, because what I said, dude, actually, I'm going to tell you right now, I meant to text you this, but between now and when we talk about Survivor Series at the end of November, I want you to rank your top 5 WWE War Games. WWE, NXT, both. So I'm going to give you time. But you know now. And this will probably be our freaking 5 for the next couple months. Top 5. Yeah, we do top 5 War Games of all times. I don't care. But that could be our freaking 5. But I want us to rank our top 5 NXT WWE War Games since it came to WWE. So you got time. I think there's 13.
I'll tell you right now, number 1 is
the
one we went to. Fuck it.
Yeah.
just plain and simple.
That wasn't the first War Games. No, it wasn't. I think it was the last NXT War Games that we went to. Yeah. That one was incredible.
Dakota Kai
they both were. Yeah. Do you know which female has the most War Game appearances?
Oh, I should. No, I don't.
You should. You just said her name.
Dakota Kai, really?
No, Io Sky. Sorry, I thought you said Dakota Kai. I thought you said Io Sky. No, Io Sky has the most appearances and also undefeated.
Io Sky is a badass. So
yeah. Fun fact for you, and I was going to talk about this at War Games. Fuck, I'll do it now. Who has the most appearances in all of War Game history and is also undefeated?
Sting?
Nope. Road Warriors.
Oh no! Wow.
They have been in 13 War Games and never lost one.
Holy
Sting,
shit.
Sting, I think, was only in 8 of them. So there you go. Right? We're gonna talk a lot about War Games history when we start talking about War Games at the end. I think it's November 30th or some shit, but towards the end of November. According to Dave Meltzer, when he was told about the All In main event scenario months ago, the idea at the time was Bryan Danielson to win the AEW championship. We'll talk about that at All In. Jay White was evaluated for a potential in-ring return at a recent AEW taping, but it still wasn't medically cleared. It sounded like the original idea for him was to be part of the Casino Gauntlet match and all that, but it doesn't look like it'll be happening. Who cares? Speculation about Alexa Bliss's return to WWE soon after she posted a Taylor Swift gif saying, "Get ready for it, doesn't matter, blah, blah." I don't think any of this shit matters. No, there's nothing important. Okay. Let's talk about All In. We'll do that.
What, we got 25 matches?
God, it feels like it. Yeah. There's currently 10, but we're only going to be able to talk about 9 because we don't know who's in the Casino Gauntlet. I mean, I guess we can make our guesses on who we think would win it, but I'm sure they're going to add probably I'm going to guess they're going to add at least 3 more pre-show matches because they only got 1 right now. So I'm going to guess there's going to be at least 3 more, but it's whatever. 2024 All In, also promoted as All In London at Wembley Stadium or simply All In London, is an upcoming professional wrestling pay-per-view produced by American promotion All Elite Wrestling. It will be the 2nd annual All In by WWE and 3rd All In overall. I'm sorry, AEW.
AEW.
Yeah. The event will take place on August 25th, 2024 at Wembley Stadium in London, coinciding with the United Kingdom's August bank holiday weekend. All In was first held as an independent professional wrestling pay-per-view event in September of 2018 and was produced by members of the Elite and associated with Ring of Honor, which retained the rights to All In. The event inspired the formation of the American promotion All Elite Wrestling in January 2019, and after AEW president Tony Khan purchased Ring of Honor in March of 2022. AEW revived All In as their first ever pay-per-view held in the United Kingdom, which took place during the 2023 August bank holiday weekend at Wembley Stadium in London, England. At the conclusion of the 2023 event, AEW announced that All In will return to Wembley Stadium on August 25th. Tickets went on sale December 1st of last year. The day before the event, on Saturday, August 24th, AEW will host a fan event called All In Celebration. You know what? WWE should do something like that. Put together a fan event before their fucking pay-per-views.
Well, they just did Fanatics.
Yeah, it's a joke, dude. God.
Is it? Oh. I'm a little slow in the mornings.
Didn't think I had to deal with PAX until Monday. Okay. The event will be held at the Box Park, Wembley, and will feature music, early access to All In, merchandise, several stage shows, interviews, and content featuring various AEW wrestlers. Storyline: All In London at Wembley Stadium will feature professional wrestling matches that are the result of existing feuds and storylines, with results being predetermined. Okay, let's pass that. The Owen Hart Cup is an annual professional wrestling tournament held by AEW in partnership with the Owen Hart Foundation in honor of Owen Hart. It consists of 2 single elimination tournaments, one each for men and women, and the prospective winner receives a trophy called the Owen, as well as a commemorative championship belt. During Double or Nothing on May 26th, that's my birthday, Tony Khan and Owen's widow Martha announced that the respective 2024 Cup winner would also earn a World Championship match at All In. Both tournament finals occurred on the July 10th episode of Dynamite in Owen's hometown of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. The Women's Owen Hart Foundation tournament was won by Mariah May after losing the AEW Women's Championship at Dynamite 200 in August of 2023. Toni Storm underwent a shift in character. Her new persona was one of a paranoid golden age of Hollywood starlet, similar to the character of Norma Desmond in 1950 film Sunset Boulevard. Storm would take on the epithet of Timeless Toni Storm starting in October of 2023 and would be accompanied by her butler Luther, who was portraying a similar role of that of Sunset Boulevard's Max von Mayerling, with Storm being billed from Stage 7 at Warner Brothers Studio. In November, World Wonder Ring Stardom wrestler Mariah May debuted as a super fan of Storm. While initially dismissive of May, Storm later took May on as her understudy, and Storm regained the AEW Women's Championship at Full Gear last month. So this went...
They really like that word, don't they?
Subsequently, at Revolution on March 24th, yeah, I don't know who the fuck does this, but fuck yourselves. On March 24th, May took on Storm's old rock star gimmick. Nice. Throughout the following months, Storm and May's relationship developed romantic overtones, and as a gift, Storm entered May into the Owen Hart Cup. May would defeat 2023 winner Willow Nightingale in the tournament finals to earn a match against Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship at All In. After the match, May turned on Storm, hitting her with the Owen Hart Cup Championship belt and bloodying her in the process. This explicitly aligned May's persona to the character of Eve Harrington in the 1950s film All About Eve, whose primary ambition in the film was to supplant Margot Channing, another inspired for Storm's character as a Hollywood star. May took on the epithet the Glamour Mariah May. The men's Owen Hart tournament was won by Bryan Danielson. Danielson, who made his AEW debut in 2021's All Out. I was there. Previously challenged for the AEW World Championship at Revolution in 2023, but was unsuccessful in the bout. In a backstage interview for the following Dynamite, Danielson teased a possible retirement storyline. He said the championship match made him realize he was putting wrestling ahead of his family. On September 9th, 2023 episode of Collision, Daniels confirmed that 2024 would be his last year as a full-time wrestler. Throughout the following year, Danielson would suffer a losing streak in marquee matches, which include losing in the 2023 Continental Classic Tournament, losses in high-profile singles matches at New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom 18, and AEW's Dynasty, and being on the losing team in the Anarchy in the Arena match at Double or Nothing. As a result, on June 6th episode of Dynamite, Danielson became the first wrestler to declare for the 2024 Owen Hart Cup and vowed to go out on top. Danielson would then go on to win the tournament, defeating Hangman Adam Page, who himself was seeking vengeance along his rival, reigning AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland, in the tournament final. On the July 31st episode of Dynamite, Danielson said if he did not defeat Strickland and win the AEW World Championship at All In, he would never wrestle again. They agreed that the stipulation would be a title versus career match. Okay, for those of you who are listening to me read, there have been 4 times I didn't use that stupid fucking word and you couldn't tell. At Dynamite 250 on July 17th, MJF defeated Will Ospreay to win the AEW International Championship. The following week, MJF threw the International Championship belt in the trash and replaced it with his own custom championship belt, which he unofficially renamed as the American Championship. Ospreay announced that he would be facing MJF in a rematch for the title at All In. On July 31st episode, Ospreay said that after he regains the title, he would restore it at the International Championship. At Double or Nothing, Darby Allin joined Team AEW against All Elite, but Team AEW were defeated by the Elite in the Anarchy in the Arena match. A match in which Allin, whoever did this spelled his name wrong, set Elite member Jack Perry. Oh no, maybe that is right. That's fucking stupid. Set Elite member Jack Perry on fire with a flamethrower. After taking a brief hiatus, Allin returned on the July 10th episode of Dynamite and attacked Elite member Brandon Cutler to send a warning to the Elite. Allin joined Team AEW against the Elite for a blood and guts match at Dynamite. Team AEW won by way of Allin causing the Elite to forfeit by threatening to set Perry on fire, who Allin had handcuffed to the cage, while simultaneously making the Elite agree to give him a match against Perry for the AEW TNT Championship at All In. After a backstage brawl on August 14th, Perry declared that he would defend the title against Allin in a coffin match, which was made official. After Monet retained the TBS Championship at Forbidden Door, where she simultaneously won the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, Monet's celebration was interrupted by the returning Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who had been out since September 2023. On the following Dynamite, Baker explained that she had been out for 10 months due to a diagnosis of a transient ischemic attack. I don't know what the fuck that is. She was then interrupted by Monet, after which Baker challenged Monet to a championship match at All In, but Monet declined. However, after a confrontation between the two during AEW's panel at the San Diego Comic-Con on July 25th, Tony Khan officially scheduled Monet to defend the TBS title against Britt Baker at All In. Okay. So that's the storylines that are built up.
They got in trouble for that match, that blood and guts match, for that chair shot, though, Jack Perry. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Straight to the head. Like, well, it was a gimmick chair.
Yeah, real glass, cry me a river, right? Come on, is that what that guy said?
Yeah.
Real glass, cry me a river. You know, the fact that people are referring to him as the modern day Austin is fucking disrespectful to Austin.
No, most definitely.
He's fucking not. Right now we have one pre-show match. We have a mixed tag team match. The winning team will choose the stipulation of the match between Nightingale and Statlander at All Out. So we got Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway versus Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii. Nubby wins Statlander and Hathaway. Pacman wins Nightingale and Ishii. I'm gonna go Statlander and Hathaway.
I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah. Four-way London ladder match for the AEW World Trios Championship. Fucking A. What's that mean? There's fucking 12 people in this match? Okay. The Patriarchy, Christian Cage, Killswitch, and Nick Wayne, who are the current champions, along with Mother Wayne, versus the Bang Bang Gang of Juice Robinson, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn, the House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Murphy, versus Pac and Bloodpool Combat. So it's Pac, Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta. Okay. Pac-Man is going Patriarchy. I'm going to stick with the Patriarchy, too. I don't think title changes hand. What about you?
House of Black.
House of Black. All right. Nubby also went House of Black on that one. Three-way. God damn it. Three-way tag team match for the. They're just trying to fucking throw people on this fucking show. That's just stupid. 3 matches in. We got a 4-way ladder match, a 3-way tag team championship match, and a mixed tag match. Just fucking fillers, dicks. God damn it. Okay. I fucking hate AEW. Okay. Young Bucks, Matthew Jackson and Nicholas Jackson, who are the current champions, will be taking on FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood, as well as the acclaimed Anthony Bowens and Matt Caster with Billy Gunn. My turn to go first. You know what? I'm going to go for the long shot. I'm going to say the acclaim takes it. Just so you know, you're always after me, so you don't have to wait.
I was actually thinking Acclaim too, because they're hot right now.
Yeah.
And they're fucking hilarious.
Oh, I love them. Nubby went FTR, and Pacman went FTR as well. I'm gonna have to fucking redo this. This fucking microphone on my left side. I redid my desk, and I moved some shit around, and I don't like the fact that my microphone is on my left side. I thought I would, and I don't. Hold on a second. I'm fixing this. Okay. You know what? I think that's a little bit better. It's a little bit cluttered over here, but I don't give a fuck. It's my life. Okay. God, is that better? What do you care? Okay. The Casino Gauntlet. I don't quite know what this is. Casino Gauntlet match is a modified version of the Gauntlet Eliminator promoted by All Elite Wrestling. Two wrestlers begin the match with new entrants coming in at time intervals with a maximum number of 21. It is a one-fall match that can be ended at any time via pinfall or submission inside the ring. Even before the entire field is entered, the prize for winning the Casino Gauntlet is a championship match at a later date. Okay. Okay, so...
So wait. So matches started from right the get-go? So the two guys that start the match, one of them gets pinned, it's over, it's done?
Yes.
That's got to happen at least one time during this. If they don't do that at least one time.
I don't even know how many times this match fucking happened. Like, I want to find the history on that. Anyways, nobody made a prediction for it because no one knows who's in it. But I'm going to message them and ask them, but we'll fucking take a guess anyways. I'm going to go with what we talked about. I'm going to go Danny Garcia.
Okay.
Even though it's actually your turn, but whatever. So go ahead. You pick who you think is going to win. We don't know who's in it, but you know what? If you get it right, it's a fucking point. You get it wrong, big deal.
Okay. Hey, fuck it. Free point.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, I don't even know who's... Darby Allin.
Darby Allin? Okay. All right, and then I'll ask them for their predictions. Do me a favor, message them in their, why fucking do this so we can multitask. Maybe they'll give their predictions before we're done. Just tell them like, hey, pick somebody for the Casino Gauntlet. It doesn't matter. Just pick somebody.
Give a wild guess for the Gauntlet. If you win, it's a point.
Yeah. Last chance match for the FTW Championship. If Hook loses, he can never challenge for the FTW Championship for as long as Jericho is champion. So current champion is Chris Jericho. He's going to be accompanied to the ring by Big Bill. Be taking on Hook. Okay, since I accidentally skipped you last time, I'm going to let you go first. Hook or Jericho?
Hook.
Okay, Nubby win Hook. Pacman win Hook. I'm going Jericho. It's maybe an easy way to get a quick point ahead of you guys. I mean, like I said, he can't fight for it if Jericho's still champion. Not never fight for it again. So I'm going to go Hook. I'm sorry, I'm going to go Jericho. Coffin match for the AEW TNT Championship. It's either current champion Jack Perry or your prediction to win the Gauntlet, Darby Allin. Clutch.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, maybe you'll have a good fucking night all around.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Nubby win Pacman. I'm sorry, Nubby win Perry. Pacman win Perry. I'm going to go Perry as well. What about you?
Yeah, I'm thinking Perry too.
Okay. Singles match for the AEW American Championship. Current champion MJF taking on Will Ospreay. Pacman's going MJF. I'm going to say Ospreay. What about you?
Ospreay.
And
hey,
Nubby
can I change my Gauntlet one?
Nope.
No?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Adam Cole.
Ooh, good one.
Nubby came up. He said Kyle Fletcher.
I don't know. Who the fuck is Kyle Fletcher?
Here's a long shot. Pacman says Ricochet.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Fucking A. There's stipulation. See, there's speculation that there's going to be a debut at All In, but they don't know if it's Bobby Lashley, Ricochet, or somebody else. There's like a third one. I can't remember. I think it was a woman wrestler, though. That's not a bad one. Ricochet could be a solid one.
That would be solid. I'm not going to tell that, though.
Okay, so I got Danny Garcia. You got Adam Cole. Nubby's got Kyle Fletcher. Pacman's going Ricochet. You and I said Ospreay and Pacman, and Nubby went MJF. Okay. Singles match for the AEW TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné, current champion, who's going to be accompanied to the ring by Camille, is taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Pacman's going to go Moné. Actually, it's my turn to pick. I'm going to go Moné, too.
Moné.
Okay, so we all went Moné because nobody went Moné as well. Okay. Let me ask, why are you picking Moné over Baker?
Because Monet has booking.
Okay. I'm picking it because of Baker's issue with MJF and altercation not too long ago. I think she's still going to be punished.
She is probably the only one that I would like to see leave AEW and go to WWE.
I want her to go, but I also want Undisputed Era back.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
I want Cole, Fish, Strong, and O'Reilly back in NXT just for a period, and then they go up to the main roster, but I want Baker back with them too.
That'd be cool.
I mean, fuck, could you imagine a Undisputed Era of like just O'Reilly, Cole, Fish, Strong, and Britt Baker versus the new Judgment Day?
That'd be cool.
Singles match for AEW Women's World Championship. Timeless Toni Storm versus the Glamour Mariah May. Let's go you first. You want to go Storm or May?
I'm going to go May.
Okay. Nubby wins Storm. Pacman wins Storm. I'm also going to go Mariah May. I was thinking, it's like the way the story's building sounds like it's going to go that way. Then final match scheduled right now is title versus career. Strickland, who's the current champion, with Prince Nana taking on Bryan Danielson. Nubby wins Swerve. Pacman wins Danielson. I'm going Danielson. What about you?
Danielson.
Yeah, I don't think his career's over yet.
I don't think there's no way he doesn't go out on top.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. Like, this isn't like, I mean, this isn't their WrestleMania. It's like, there's no way. Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's walking away yet. I mean, fucking, he could. Maybe he is. I don't fucking know about it. I just don't see it. If you had to look at all these, where do you think the match of the night's going to end up being?
Oh shit. I would say the trios.
Yeah, I think it has to end up being Strickland and Danielson, because people are going to be looking at it. It's going to be really similar to like how people are going to find the perspective of Michaels Undertaker Part 2 or Michaels and Ric Flair, WrestleMania, stuff like that. I think it's going to have that kind of feel on it. But yeah, I think it's going to look like Strickland's going to take him out, but Danielson's going to pick up a win. That trios ladder match will probably be fantastic. I would have high hopes for Perry and Allen, but I think it's going to be too, like, death matchy, hardcore matchy to, like, be a good wrestling match.
Well, Dave Metzler already gave them all 5 stars, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he did. Yeah. Fucking.
I think we should predict how many false finishes in the Danielson match for bonus points.
No. Okay. Anything else AEW related or anything else wrestling news related you want to talk about?
I mean, we kind of brought it up already with Ricochet and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that article, because I'm confused on I know there's a third person. AEW.
But I just don't see. I can see Lashley going back to TNA. I don't know about AEW.
I can see him in TNA. Update 8 surprises. Let's see what's right. 8 surprises at AEW All In London. Ricochet makes AEW debut in the Casino Gauntlet. So clearly Pacman looks at Wrestle Talk when he makes his predictions. Is that it? You guys give me fucking number 8, but not the rest of them? I don't know what the fuck.
That's all 8 of them.
There. Yeah, there we go. John Moxley makes his return.
I didn't even know he was out.
No. Didn't care. Adam Cole cost MJF his match against Will Ospreay.
I could see that.
I didn't know Adam Cole was out. I didn't know Adam Cole was still fucking there, to be honest with you. Jamie Hayter returns in her home country. Sting returns to help Darby Allin attack Jack Perry. I don't see that.
Nah, I don't think so.
Daniel Bryanson retires in Wembley Stadium.
Yep. I feel like if he's going to retire during a match, it'll be in Washington.
Yeah. Hangman Page cost Swerve Strickland the title. Possible. Kenny Omega makes his return to AEW.
Oh, that I didn't know he was out. So yeah, that's always a possibility, I guess.
I know he's been gone for a real long time because of like spinal issues and shit like that. Yeah, I haven't really kept track. All right, let me actually find the actual debuts. Surprise.
Man, see, I just don't think that's a good move anymore. The WWE to AEW.
It's not, because AEW doesn't have any spaces for anyone, and anyone who comes over from WWE just takes the space of the people in AEW.
I think TNA is a smarter move because you can if you can be the next Sting or Rock for TNA and put them back on the map. I'm not saying they're off the map. I'm saying to get them to that next level.
Yeah.
They could easily be over TNA, in my opinion, or AEW.
So 5 potential debuts of WWE stars at AEW. Number 5 is Dijak. 4 is Shane McMahon. 3 is Ricochet. 2 is Bobby Lashley. Number 1 is Becky Lynch.
I don't think Lynch would go.
I don't think so either.
I think out of all of those, that's a definite no. 1, fucking her husband's in WWE.
Yeah.
2, she's at the top of the. She could come back tomorrow and be in the title picture in WWE.
Becky Lynch is one of the greatest female professional wrestlers who had a great legacy in WWE. She is one of the highly accomplished stars. However, she left the company after her contract expired and is currently a free agent without any contract talks. Why are you calling me?
I apologize for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, turn your phone fucking sideways. And stick it straight up. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Shine it up.
All right, what was the last thing you heard me read? Becky Lynch, Bobby Lashley.
Becky Lynch. Yeah, we were talking about Becky Lynch.
Okay, so did you not hear me read the article about Becky Lynch?
Some of it, but not all of it.
Becky Lynch is one of the greatest female professional wrestlers who had a legacy with WWE. She's one of the highest accomplished stars. However, she never left the company after her contract expired and is currently a free agent without the contract talks. When Lynch's contract expired came to light, reports revealed that Tony Khan was interested in offering a big money deal to make the man all elite. If Lynch gets the big money deal, there is a high chance that she could debut at AEW All In pay-per-view, potentially confronting her former friend Mercedes Moné. Bobby Lashley is one of the latest releases from WWE who left the company after his contract expired earlier this week. There is a big rumor that the Almighty could jump ship to AEW for a mightier deal. There could be nothing bigger than the Almighty making his debut at the biggest show of the promotion. There is a rumor circulating the internet that he might be on the show after getting into free agency. In July of 2024, Ricochet's WWE contract came to an end and hadn't negotiated a deal with WWE for the contract extension. Will Ospreay, the best friend and better rival of Ricochet, called him out during an interview, and it started a rumor that he couldn't make a debut anytime soon. All these suggested that Ricochet could make his AEW debut at the biggest show in Wembley, London. There's been a big rumor that Shane McMahon could move to AEW, and the recent photo of him with AEW CEO Tony Khan in the conference hall went viral and seemingly confirmed that McMahon could be All Elite. All In could be the right time for Shane McMahon to debut at All In, either as a wrestler or an executive. In June of 2024, Dijak became a free agent after his WWE contract expired. After his contract expired, Dijak appeared backstage during AEW New Japan Forbidden Door and posted a tweet that also said that he could appear anywhere, anytime. All this being said, Dijak could make his debut at AEW All In for the Casino Gauntlet match. So, how are these 5? Most likely and least likely.
Least likely, Lynch.
Okay.
I don't think she goes anywhere. Why would she? She doesn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
Dijak's probably likely. He was way better as his other name in NXT. I don't forget what it was, but he did the Feast Your Eyes thing.
Who?
So he's likely. Bobby Lashley, I guess, is like. I just don't see why he would go. And Shane McMahon, I can see him going.
Wait, shut up.
What?
Who did the Feast Your Eyes thing?
Dijak.
Oh, he was Dijak in NXT.
Yeah.
After that, he was T-Bar.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, come on now. I don't know who he was in NXT. He said his fucking name.
I thought he had a bigger name.
It was Dominic Dijak, but it was Dijak.
Well, see? And Shane McMahon, I don't see him wrestling. I mean, maybe a one-off, but not consistently.
I don't see him going anywhere other than WWE, unless there's a real true hatred between him and Paul Levesque and all that shit because of who took over and who didn't. But he chose to leave.
Yeah.
But I don't see him going to AEW. Lynch is Shane McMahon for me is the most unlikely. Lynch, she could. And she probably, knowing WWE, probably gave her the blessing to do so. Maybe not as Becky Lynch, but, most likely I would say Ricochet. Yeah. Ricochet wants more, and I think AEW will offer him more. So, I don't know. You ready to end this before you fuck it up anymore? Or?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else wrestling related? Anything else you want to talk about?
Nope. I think it's time to ring the bell on this episode.
No, not yet. Nope. That's not how this fucking works.
I'm so fucked up.
Jesus Christ. I failed to mention it because obviously we record before we edit, but hopefully you all enjoyed the brand new theme song. This is the first episode where we're going to be utilizing it. Thank you for Tom from Fourth Motherbox creating us a brand new theme song. Or I don't know what his fucking band is, Scrooge, I don't fucking care. Thank you for creating a new theme song for us. It is debuting on this episode, so if you guys like it. I'm actually going to talk to them about potentially making a new This Freaking Show theme song too, so we'll see. But obviously, you guys, if you like listening to our show, you can find it wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, Apple Podcasts. Just search Just Freakin' Wrestling, the JFW Podcast. If you want to watch our podcast, feel free to do so over at our JFW Podcast YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe over there, hit the notification bell and all that shit. JFW is doing a lot, not only for televised wrestling, but huge into independent wrestling where we do that. I do that with Nubby and Pacman weekly. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Time to ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travesty.
I'm Dizzle J.
And thank you for listening to the episode of Just Freakin' Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.
Peace.